Hello, my friends, and welcome to another video to help you with the Oculus Quest 2. There's a lot that I've been learning myself, and again, most of the usage that I have for the Oculus Quest is for VR fitness. So I'm sure there are certain things that I'm experiencing that have more to do with, how much I sweat while I'm exercising and how much comfort I need to have in the straps while I'm playing. But today I want to talk about the setup for this little guy and things that I found to be important. So if you're just starting with the Oculus Quest 2, the first thing you need to know is that you do need a Facebook account. And let's talk about the controllers first. So before we get to the headset, the controllers are going to be one in each hand, and they actually have different buttons. So we have the Oculus button right here on the right. This is going to be the button you're going to use most of the time to switch between programs, go back to your home, where this one here, which is your menu button, on your left is used in many games to either pause the game or actually see the menu for that game. I do have a video on how to replace the batteries on these guys. They're battery operated, so they don't charge on their own, and they're actually quite hard to remove. The cover is quite hard to remove, so I have another video that explains how to do that. So let's move on to the headset. I've done a couple of videos on how to position this in a way that is comfortable for you. And here's what I would say. I have 5. Don't laugh. There's 4 in our home, and there's one more that I sent to my brother in another country. So I've bought quite a few, many different heads, and one of us needs to use the glass spacer, so something where it allows you to wear your glasses while you're using the headset. But in my case, I have no accessories except for the Supernatural little liner that they gave us, and mostly because it's quite gross to sweat on the sponge thing that comes with this. So I'm pretty happy with wearing this, but besides that, we're wearing no other accessories. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't buy them, and I'm sure there are certain accessories that will be very useful. For example, exercising with sweaty hands may not be the best, so some people have used accessories around the controllers to make it easier to, so you can hold them without them just slipping through your hands. And in fact, that reminds me of another thing that we need to do, which is to make sure you're always wearing the straps. So my kids used to do this way, where they put their hands in here and then try to tie it. I find it to be significantly harder than the way that I believe the straps were designed to do, which is to pull them this way, and then you have a lot more wiggle room there to hold them. So I keep mine quite tight, but it's up to you the level of comfort that you want to have. But I would highly recommend keeping those straps on. We've heard of stories of some friends that sadly lost their controllers and they broke. So when we come to the headset though, level of comfort for your head, trust me when I say this, it just takes a little bit of time at the beginning to find the right spot for you. So unless there's several people wearing the same headset, and if that's the case, what I would do is just say, mark it where your straps are when you play with it, so it's easy to find it. But otherwise, I'd say it's a lot easier for you to find what is comfortable for you before you start buying a bunch of attachments or accessories. So some things you may not know, and again, I've explained this in other videos, so I'm not going to get into detail, is how to make this more of a longer strap that brings things towards the bottom of your neck. This is what adjusts how tight things would be, so that you don't want it super tight, otherwise you're going to have headaches. But you also have this, which is the ability to move these guys up and down. And some people don't realize that this is there, where they can move this up and down. Now, this will allow you to play with how things are positioned. Not only, if it covers your ears or not. Some people feel that is like very uncomfortable for them. So find a way to make them work for you. Then, as far as, and by the way, if you allow that airflow, where you can see kind of, if you look down, you can see your environment outside of virtual reality. If you allow that a little bit of space, then that means air can flow. That means you got no fogging. Then you have your lenses. You have the ability to space them by pressing in and out. So this is one thing you want to check, is what setting works for you. Don't forget to wipe your lens, especially now I literally just touch it with my finger. So microfiber cloth will be the best option. Some people are using their t-shirts, and you know, so everything is good until you have something that would scratch your lenses, and you probably don't want to do that. A few other things. Here's your volume button. So when you have the Oculus One on your face, it's going to be below. So you can use your right hand to put the volume up and down. And one other thing that I want to address in this particular video is all of your cameras on the outside. So these guys over here need to be clean every now and then as well. And I know that while exercising, my hands are sweating. It's very easy for me to sometimes adjust my Oculus, and I literally touch them. So that can cause you to lose tracking. Okay, so keep them clean as well. I mean, you're probably going to have to do it every hour, but you know, if you're playing and you know you touch them, wipe them when you wipe the lenses as well. And that's it for today. I hope this helps. I'll be posting soon about VR fitness, so stay tuned.